Hi everyone, Megan Dwyer, partner at Wardle. I'm going to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the lands upon which this project is located, the Wurundjeri people. I pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. So this project is St Patrick's College in Ballarat. The school is located on Sturt Street, which is really the sort of main boulevard that runs through this beautiful city. The school campus is identified there. It sort of has, on one end, it sort of reaches out to Victorian Park, and then it is in close proximity to Lake Wurundjeri, so it does occupy really quite a primo spot in the city. This is a school that has a fairly traumatic recent past. It's a Catholic boys' school, and it has been, how to say it, kind of part of the very big conversation about previous Archbishop of it, right there, but they're quite a traumatic recent past. The school, as I said, sits on Sturt Street, so which is really quite a sort of formal boulevard. The frontage of the school to Sturt Street is sort of a series of formal lawns, and the school buildings sit some way back from the street edge, and they're kind of in alignment. So there's quite a degree of formality on this side of the campus. This school has a great reputation for sport, and there's probably quite a few AFL footy players who have actually come through St Pat's and are now playing in the league. This is an image of their gymnasium, which in many ways has kind of been the heart of the school. It's a very rudimentary building, and what they have been doing for assemblies is sort of shutting down the sport activity, getting in there, spending a day setting up the space for assembly, having assembly, and then spending another day or half day sort of thumping that out. And so their brief to us really was that they wanted a space where the school could come together, gather together, and a space that would support kind of music and drama use better. Those two aspects of the brief were always sort of universally held, and there was quite a heightened kind of conversation about what the building should be. This idea of coming together was also sort of an idea about healing in a way, and the school community were unanimous with that, but then what the functional brief for the building actually was a different question, and we had to work through that for some period of time. They did want to be able to host or put on productions like Oliver, so we were sort of able to frame a brief around pinning down some particular or specific uses. This is the site team, and we did just want to highlight that it is part of their strategy really in this idea of healing was for it to be a very local team, and so Luke Jarvis from our practice, he is a graduate of St Patrick's, and he did live in Ballarat, still lives in Ballarat, and I think there was a great attraction in there being an old boy who is still a local kind of leading things from our side, but you will notice there's a couple of other SPC grades and all of the subbies are local too. So here's the building here in plan. You can see the Sturt Street formal gardens, and then this kind of row of buildings that sit across the front of the campus. And so in many ways this building is kind of joining that formal sequence. So we've got the Performing Arts Centre on the left-hand side, just new, Kennedy House from 1933, and then the College Chapel from 53, and all in this kind of, the original two buildings in brick, and the Performing Arts Centre the same colour as the brick. So this sort of masonry brick, red brick character has been continued. Here is the building here, so we're just tracing out the new parts. That is Kennedy House and this small principal's residence here. And this image does show that we've, as well as kind of reaching forward to this formal frontage, we've also created a courtyard that sits between the Performing Arts Centre and Kennedy House. So if you were approaching from Sturt Street, you would move through these formal lawns toward the building, and the sort of natural gathering space as you're waiting to go in is this courtyard between the two. Wardle Road is this side street here that's perpendicular to Sturt, and there is a way of approaching from that direction and coming into the campus campus that way too, and there's a lot of sort of drop-off action that happens on this street. So the building is largely clad in this kind of ribbon of precast concrete, and it's profiled sort of in soft folds, almost to suggest a theatre curtain, and it has been stained to match the brickwork. And you can sort of see in the bottom corner, quite subtle, but from time to time we've just kind of altered the bottom edge of the curtain and kind of lifted it up slightly on point they out again up ahead. So here's a panel up close. You can get a better idea of the profile, and then this was our sample for the staining of the colour. This is the frontage down Wurundjeri Street, and the building is pressed up hard to this street, and we really did this because to fit the brief on the site and create these important spaces around the building, we felt we had to press it to the street edge on this side. 2 minutes, great, thank you. So a very hard-working plan that is really constructed around this main auditorium space. Space 3 is a space that can be used as a black box here. It also doubles up as a green room. And you can see number 2 is a crossover from one side of stage to the other. So a very rudimentary theatre. And we've got loading from Wands Road and straight into the building. Number 8 is song room, which I'll show you more in a sec. And 4 is sort of foyer, and we've got some amenities at the back, which actually are a part of providing appropriate amenities to the campus at large. Upstairs, so we've moved down to the main space. We've got a band room and a percussion room, and then a series of one-to-one music teaching spaces. So here we have the main auditorium, the ensemble room, both at ground, and then at the upper level we've got the band room and the percussion room. There's the main space there. Thank you. Seats fold back to create a platform space. This is the space in action. Ensemble room is suitable. It's engineered, acoustically engineered for its use. You can see the acoustician doing the testing with the tuba teacher. And this space is used in a number of different ways. It operates in mixed mode, so you can open those doors up, and there is this kind of acoustic experience at the campus through doing that. Portal through to the Kennedy building. We're upstairs in the band room, and then that portal kind of becomes a lantern, if you like, back out to that courtyard. And we've been really delighted to see how the building has been sort of appropriated, not only by the school but by the parents, so they're invited in for these coffee and conversations, but also by the Ballarats for Youth brass band. And so if we go back to where we started, where this is in many ways a healing project, it's bringing the community together in a number of different ways, and we're delighted to see that. That's a great outcome.
Thank you.